And the government has exempted 147 nationals, including those from Tanzania, from a 14-day mandatory quarantine when they arrive in the country. Nationals from the listed countries will now be allowed to mingle freely with the public. In a joint briefing with the Ministry of Health and that of Foreign Affairs, the government said the decision was to save the hurting economy as well as resolve diplomatic disputes arising from conflicting preventive measures between countries. In the meantime, 92 more Kenyans have tested positive for COVID-19 from 2,985 samples tested in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of confirmed cases to 36,393. Purity Busa with that report.
The Ministry of Health has reviewed its COVID-19 trends and exempted 147 nationals, including Tanzanians, from the 14 days mandatory quarantine when they arrive in the country. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, through its Chief Administrative Secretary, Ababu Namwamba, said the move would revive diplomatic ties, especially between Kenya and Tanzania, over conflicting COVID-19 protocols that had culminated in Tanzania banning flights from Kenya.
That Kenya's foreign policy is about constructive engagement with all, is about good neighborliness, is about sharing prosperity and being there for one another. And it is in that spirit that we consider ourselves to be a good neighbor to all. And we consider Tanzania to be a friendly, brotherly, sisterly country with whom we definitely share a fantastic relationship.
Tanzania's Civil Aviation Agency then lifted suspension of flights from Kenya after Kenya exempted their nationals from the mandatory quarantine.
We have not seen any change in number of imported cases coming into the country. Of course, we also have a very stringent follow-up for our based platform. And because of this, there's no significant change before lifting the travel restriction and now when we have opened airspace.
The Ministry of Health on Wednesday announcing that 92 Kenyans had tested positive for the novel coronavirus from 2,985 samples tested in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of confirmed cases to 36,393.
These cases are all Kenyans except 4 foreigners, and in terms of gender, we have 64 male and 28 female. The youngest is a 2-year-old child, while the oldest is 75.
Nairobi recorded 25 cases, Mombasa 20, Nakuru 8, Garissa 7, Uasin Gishu 6, Kisumu 5, Turkana and Kiambu counties 4 cases each, Kakamega 3, Machakos, Kajiado and Busia 2 cases each, with Nyeri, Kilifi, Taita Taveta and Tana River recording single cases.
165 people have recovered from the disease, whereas 105 were discharged from hospitals and 60 from the home-based care program. Unfortunately, however, we've lost 3 patients to the disease, bringing our total fatality to 637.
With the government having exempted citizens from 147 countries from quarantine as they jet into the country, the question is whether any cases of imports of COVID-19 disease will have any significant effect, considering that the virus has already established community transmission. Purity Museo, Channel 1 News, Nairobi.